This is among the dumbest things I have heard, but bear with me. I've looked this one up. And I'm not ashamed to admit it. And you know, in hindsight, I'm not ashamed to have done it. Here's what you are actually supposed to do as the next step. You see that suit of armor? Now, I know that if you agitate it, it just, it comes at you. It chases you and it tries to kill you. And guess what? You can shoot as many times as you want. It's not gonna go down, like most enemies in this damn game. Surprisingly enough, like for instance the rats. The rats cannot be killed. The spiders cannot be killed. Don't even bother. You can't do that. You know what you're supposed to do about the suit of armor? Apparently, that's one of the foes you can kill. Not with a weapon, you can shoot as many times as you want. It's gonna do absolutely nothing. No. No. What you're actually supposed to do is take the very heavy statuette and throw it at the suit of armor. That's literally it. And thus you get a sword. Isn't that fancy? Now, I don't need to be told what I need to do afterwards. After all, there is a very angry guy with a sword of his own over here. Large and in charge. Let's tango. Hiya. Ow. No, being at a single hit point is not the best of ideas, really. Not my finest moment, but here we are. Okay, let me say this much. I know that you're supposed to defeat him. Because, yeah, I've also checked this one out. I mostly checked what items were in this room. Turns out there were two, and I figured he was supposed to grab them ahead of time, but no. What exactly am I supposed to do here then? I figured you needed to slay this guy with a sword. Ow. This is going to be rough. I'm going to have a whale of a time slaying that guy with a single hit point on me. Are you supposed to wail on him with a sword? I have my doubts. It seemed like a good idea at the time. Ow. And of course that's it. That's the end of our journey. Alright. How about you shoot him with a rifle? How about we try that? That also doesn't work. Maybe you throw the sword at him. No, seriously, maybe you throw the sword at him. I'll throw the diary at you. I'll throw a jug of water. Fine, I'm throwing the sword. It's gotta be something. I'll throw a matchbox at you. Fine, a poker. Disgusting. I'll throw a pot of soup at you. Not a matchbox. I'll throw a knife. He just parries everything. I don't have unlimited ammo, so how is this happening? Oh, right, because there was quite a lot of ammo over there. Not an endless amount, but quite a lot. So what exactly are you supposed to do? I'm running out of options here. The sword seemed like a good idea at the time. Now where did I leave my record player? Honestly, can't remember. Presumably not here. That's the kitchen. Ah yes, this room. It's not where I left the record player, but since we're already here... Hold on. I can defeat the cigarette. Or the cigar. You pour the jug's content on the cigars. And lo and behold, the evil cigars have been defeated. I kid you not. That's it, that's how you defeat the evil cigars. But alas, alas, that resolves absolutely nothing. After all, I've already picked up every single item in this room. So no, there's nothing left here to find. I just... I just transformed my jug of water into an empty jug, and it will never ever be of any use again. You'd think we'd need it, based on the no water message we keep getting, but no. No, it's completely useless. So let's ditch it immediately, rather than lugging it around. Let's not lug the jug. Those spiders, by the way, invincible. Can't defeat them. Don't even bother coming anywhere near them. That's about it. I got as many items out of there as I could have. And I'm done now. Let's not bother the ghost. That's a very bad idea. Let's not worry about the suit of armor, it's gone. Presumably the little statuette, well, not so little. The huge hulking statuette is of no further use to me. But I presume the record player is going to be crucial. In accomplishing something, not sure what yet. But it's bound to serve some function, right? Alright, there's one more thing over here. You cannot carry anything else. Gee, thanks. Okay. Okay. Let's throw the gramophone. Search. And take the first aid kit. I know I can't carry anything else, but that's okay. Let's open the first aid case. Take the flask. Throw the first aid case because we are never using it again. Drink the contents of the flask to restore the final few bits of health. And now she's at 21, thank goodness. Throw the empty flask. Alright. Health has been restored. That's about as much as I can get out of that bathroom. I think that's about as much as I can get out of here as well. So what exactly is the next step then? Do I play music in the library? Will the creature become cross with me because it's a library, so I'm supposed to be quiet? I don't know, I haven't looked this one up. Play Opus 69. Whoa boy. You know what? That is not the way. No, stop it with the combat music. I'll run to the end of the corridor and see what lies over there. I know I'm going to get shot with an arrow. I'll just accept my fate. No, I won't. I'm gonna die. Running headfirst into arrows just doesn't work out now, does it? What? Look at... Hey, Chief. Stop it! Well then. This is a... The arrow finally found me, but that was an awkward experience. The arrow was desperately trying to home in on me, but it just couldn't find me because I got to another room. You find a book, you cannot carry anything else. That's cute. Is there anything else in this room? Yes, the old clock. Presumably, you are not supposed to charge head first into danger, and the moment I get out of this room, I'm gonna die. But I have had it with this game messing with me, and as such, I will at the very least try to find what I can find over here before I leave. And learn what I can learn. Wait, what? Is a fake book? Do I place it in place of a real book someplace, or is it just an actual useless fake book? Presumably people out there will insist that this is completely wrong and this constitutes gatekeeping. You shouldn't call a book fake just because it doesn't have anything written on the pages or whatever. But hey, if the game claims that the book is fake, who am I to judge? The only interesting thing left in this entire room is the clock. And presumably you're supposed to push it. That's what clocks are for. Pushing. Alright. What lies beyond? A key. A parchment. What does the parchment say?
The Creatures of Night by Hubertus the Bald. Translated from Latin by his brother in prayer, Fratre Johann Marcus.
Of monstrosity. You who read me know that night engenders monsters and that night creatures exist. The accursed book of Abdul al-Hazred is clear on this matter. That is not dead which can eternal lie. Unhappy he who knows that book. Unhappy he whose eyes alight upon that foulest of texts. Unhappy he who implores the standing stones, for he will free the powers of darkness.
Yes, the standing stones.
Of the pit. Stagnant waters are like the memory of men. Beneath the surface calm, clawed beasts await and are known to initiates as the deep ones. Awaiting his prey, the deep one seizes him and drags him down to the abyss, where Dagon, the cruel god, swims and reveres him whose name may not be pronounced. Of libraries, unhappy he who frees the prowler, unhappy he who meets the prowler erring among the books. He generates the vagabond that comes from other spheres. He believes the vagabond does not exist. He will feel the embrace of death, for in the eyes of the vagabond, books are no more than dreams, stone no more than wind. The vagabond knows how to take the breath of the reckless.
Yeah, there's a monster at the library. I get it.
Of strife. He who speaks does not know, and believes he is able to kill the creatures of the night. Folly. Evil is conjured up by science and secrecy.
I'm sorry, do you intend to read the rest of it? No? Okay, he who prowls among the books will perish by the blade. Now, wait a minute. He who flies in the dark caverns will scream in fear. He who swims in the depths will evaporate. But
He who prowls among books will perish by the blade.
Okay.
He who flies in the dark caverns will scream in fear. He who swims in the depths will evaporate. But he who believes he knows nothing. He who knows says nothing.
Slay the monster in the library with the sword.
Of death.
Or am I
There are
too literal?
domains more terrible than death. That is not dead which can eternal lie. Each creature is conjured up and is not dead, but returns to the origins. A monster, a science. Steel kills the vagabond who never dies.
The vagabond who never but dies, that's the monster in the library. Steel. Kill it with the saber.
Translator's note. Here ends the manuscript of Hubertus, who died in the library of the convent of Teruella in the year of our Lord 1666. Requiescat in pace.
Ironic. He died in a library. Okay, this is, What? What was that? Oh, never mind. Oh, look, a comfy chair. Can I push the chair? Can I search the... Is there anything interesting about the chair? Can I fight the chair? Never mind. The important part is that the moment I step out onto that corridor, I'm just going to die. Thanks, Chief. So here's another idea. Quite novel, if I may say so myself. Let's use the sword to try and dispatch the creature in the library. I have no idea what I need to do about the portrait at the end of the hallway. Maybe I'll find a way to deal with it. You gotta be kidding me. It's not like I can hold the lantern and the sword at the same time, now can I? I am losing hit points. Not good. Okay, never mind, that entire idea was absolutely... I'm honestly not sure if that's an improvement. That idea was wrong. How do I deal with the arrows? Am I supposed to dodge them? Am I supposed to shoot that with an arrow? You have got to be kidding me. You shoot the portrait of the Indian guy with an arrow and he leaves you alone? That's the solution? I shot the second arrow because I was deeply, and I say deeply convinced that this couldn't possibly work. But I tried it because... I'm not quite sure why I tried it, but I did. Thunk, indeed. I aimed improperly. How I managed to aim properly the first time around is a mystery. Alright. I think this is the right angle. Oh yeah. Incredible. Maybe you can toss an item at it. Maybe that would do on its own. Incredible. Just astonishing. It worked. I can't believe it actually worked. Oh goodness. Alright. He's done for. And that's the only thing I need to do now is retrieve the items I have previously found here. Take the book. Let's pretend to read it, I guess. It's a fake book. Sorry, that's a fake book. That's obviously not going to do us much good. Look at the clock. Anything of note about it? No? Well, then do the only sensible thing you can do about a clock. Push it out of the way. Away with you, clock. And now let's search here. We immediately find a key and a parchment. For whatever reason, the parchment... Wait, what? Have I ran out of space? You cannot carry any more items. Fine. As far as I understand it, you don't need the matchbox if you already have the lighter. So let's ditch this. You allegedly don't need the poker either, which is ludicrous. What do you actually need, if anything? Well, I know that there's a number of items you need. Whatever. You know what I mean. The fact that there's such a huge number of items that have no apparent application.
Translate.
It's straightforwardly annoying. Inventory management is annoying enough as it is without having at your disposal so many items that are so utterly either useless or annoying. Creatures of the night. Drop that. Apparently you can't toss it away because it's a silly little note. Fake book. I'll hold on to that. We may have to place it somewhere. Throw the diary. Throw the matchbox. Do I need 2 knives? I don't know. I was about to ask, what exactly is the progress I have made? Yeah, I was about to ask, what progress have I actually made? And there's a very straightforward answer to that. After all, I've just found the key, haven't I? That means I'll be able to access one more place here. Oh, shush. I have no idea which door I have finally managed to find access to, but... Now, wait a minute. Let's leave the Spectre alone. It's gotta be downstairs. It's gotta be on the ground floor. It's not like there are really alternatives. It can't really be through here, because everything here is either open or inaccessible, which leaves me with precious few options. Can't be through there, which leaves the door over here. It's locked. Use the key. Apparently, That's not the doll. How many locked dolls are there? Really? How many have I left? There's this doll. Go away, buddy. It's locked. Okay. Please start running. Lady. Sheesh. Such a sign of disrespect. She didn't even feel like pretending to take him seriously. Alright. Oh wait, I know. At the end of this path, there's this room with a phantom cigarette that I've just extinguished, and there's a locked door over there. That must be what the key grants me access to. Because that's the only door left that I haven't opened, that I haven't tried a key on. Okay, excellent. Nothing on the table. Is that a table? For all I know, it might be an altar. Nothing important over here. Oh, how nice. A cute little painting. Ooh, a sword and a shield. Maybe that's what I need to use to fight the captain. Ooh, another record. And a book. Let's read the book immediately and then discard it.
The Tale of Captain J.W. Norton of the Army of the Union.
It cut it off.
1862.
June the 17th, right?
South was in collapse.
Okay.
Louisiana was open to us.
Okay.
I had each day to requisition victuals for our troops.
Victuals.
Was aided in this endeavor by a score of brave men.
Okay.
Rebels were not yet ready to lay down their arms. The region was far from safe. I headed further and further west and questioned many freed slaves. From them, I learned of a plantation on the coast. Its name was Derceto.
Oh dear.
We received a less than hearty welcome. Only Pickford, the owner, behaved in a friendly manner. While my men counted cattle and grain reserves, I learned what I could from him.
What did you
The
learn?
man was most unusual and
No kidding.
possessed an extraordinarily cultured mind. At nightfall, I gave orders for the men to bivouac at Derceto. Pickford invited my second-in-command, Lieutenant Patterson, and myself to dine.
Oh dear.
And our host proved a most entertaining conversationalist. While coffee was being served, Patterson went to inspect the men's camp. The cigar Pickford offered me was so acrid that my head began to spin.
Yes, I think I'm familiar with the specimen.
I remembered campfire tales of fellow officers trapped by devilish Confederate tricks. My mind floated in a foul and dense fog, from which emerged the enlarged and deformed face of Pickford. He grinned at me.
The horror.
Patterson's return chased off the nightmare. I heard shouts and firing from outside and found the strength to take out my revolver. I fired 3 shots. Pickford fell to the floor. Patterson then helped me out of the burning house. The air was filled with smoke. We resembled a company in disorderly retreat. I saw slaves leaping into the flames of that inferno. They were trying to save Pickford's life.
You know, I don't know, maybe Pickford was a good guy in all of this. Maybe he was just an innocent victim. I don't know. You didn't toss it very far now, did you? But never mind. Never you mind that. This is what I actually... Oh, please. Clearly you can pick that up. There's a mechanism to trigger. Is there? Presumably you have to push this. Seriously, what a quill message. There's a mechanism to trigger. How am I supposed to know what the mechanism is? How is she supposed to know? But then again, you know what? You know what? I appreciate the idea. I appreciate the fact that I am being told that there is something that I must do in order to release that. Instead of just being left to my own devices, forced to guess that there's something that I am allegedly supposed to do. Wait, why am I not searching this from the proper side? It seems like there are drawers on the other side over here. Come on, you can do it, lady. The sad part is you can see them from this side, but are they there? Are they? Mechanism? What mechanism? This was worth a shot. This is the key to Jeremy's study. It's of no use now. Oh yes, the other record. This is all very fine and dandy, absolutely lovely. I have discovered another record, but are they actually of any use? Or are they just here for my own enjoyment? Very dubious entertainment. There's a mechanism to trigger. Am I supposed to attach another sword though? Would make sense. A shield and two swords. Throw the sword? Probably not. Maybe you're supposed to use the fake book on this table here. Perhaps you're supposed to use the poker? But how and on what? If it wasn't for the fact that there are so many paintings in this house and none of them are interactive, I would have hazarded a guess that you are supposed to push the painting aside or something like that, but at this point I'm at a loss. Look at that guy stumbling about. Yes, there is indeed a mechanism to trigger. What am I supposed to do? Do I have the items I need to be able to trigger this mechanism? What is this message even supposed to mean? Is the mechanism in the very same room? A different one? Can you push this? Presumably not. No, leave it. Leave that. I don't get it. Maybe I don't need the lighter anymore now that the lantern is lit. And has been for quite some time. Two doors remain locked, as far as I can tell. This one right here, and the one next to the pirate. That's about it. I don't know, maybe I'm supposed to play some music for the pirate. I don't think I am, but that's the last thing I can think of. Wait, you can actually... Oh no. You can just slay him. You are just supposed to... attack him. That's it. You don't use ranged weapons, no, you use the sword and then you slay him. That's it, that's all there is to it. You just wail at him until he dies. It's quite grotesque, but that's what you are supposed to do. There's nothing, literally nothing more to it. These are the windows, there's nothing there. It was a nice touch with the music, but fairly useless. I am increasingly getting suspicious that you don't actually use the gramophone for any other reason than your own possible dubious enjoyment of the music. Wait, this is a ballroom. Oh, and there's a key over there. That might be the final key for that final door I've seen over there. You find a record. Yes, I've found a number of records. What is this? They seem to dislike this Blue Danube. Since that's the music, you sing to the Blue Danube. There is no room. That's great. I don't want to set this down. Wait, I'm sorry, what? What exactly do you mean by they seem to dislike this music? These are mannequins, right? These are... There are these dancers over there, 3 pairs of them, and behind them is a key. Approach them at your own peril, I guess. Let's not do that. Instead, let's play the Dance of Death. Of course, they like this one. Okay, stop. They seem to dislike this music. Okay. This is fine. If they dance into me, does that hurt me? It really shouldn't, but I wouldn't put it past them. Are they just mobile threats or are they innocent little dancers? Well, either way, they're having a ball. Can say the same about myself. There are quite a few dolls in the dance hall. I've opened one of them to get in, and there are many more for me to get out. What is that? You know what, never mind what that is. Let's get the key. What about the mechanism I was supposed to trigger? Well, we shall see, we shall see. We shall see whether you are supposed to trigger it. It's locked! Curses. Perhaps the key shall unlock the secrets beyond this door. Is the key for this door? No. No, it is not. How about this one? This one can be opened without a key, and it leads to the deadly spiders. There's also some ammo over there that I could pick up. If I am brave enough, which I very barely may be. Can you Okay, fine. If you... You know what? Never mind the ammo. I didn't want it anyway. And away they go. That leaves one final door, this one. Surely... Surely... What? Alright. Perhaps, the key unlocks the mechanism, whatever that may be. There's a mechanism to trigger. I don't know what the mechanism is. And you're absolutely not telling me. Ignore the jug, please. We can't leave through the front door anyway. The dancers are gone, which may be for the best. Let's leave that creature alone in the dark. I'm tempted to discard the records as well. I don't think I'll ever use the record player again, and I don't think I'll find any more records. So that seems like a waste of space. So where exactly am I supposed to go, and what exactly am I supposed to do? I think I've run out of places and things. There are the two doors downstairs. One of them either has to be unlocked by that key or... I guess I'll just look it up. Great. Great! I might have messed up the tiniest of bits. Right, maybe not such a tiny bit, but we'll see. Alright. First of all, let's head through here. This is the damn vagabond. In the library. And apparently, this is where you're supposed to use the false book. Allegedly. No, wait a minute. Put that lantern down. There's no room. What do you mean there's no room? It's got to be. Put it down. Want to pick up the lantern? No. I don't want to be stuck either. Ugh. All right. Let's try that again. Take this. Put it down. Run around the library a bit. Come on. Put the book over here. What do you mean there is no room? There's a mechanism to trigger. Yes, I've heard as much. What? And how did it get triggered now without having gotten triggered? What? You know what? Never mind, never mind. It did get triggered in the end. You find a dagger. Take it. A dagger, 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 parchment, book, book. Okay, this is probably the most important room in the game. From what I've heard, you no longer need the arrows. You no longer need, the bow. Anything else here? I think we're done. Right, let's read the books and then toss them away.
Ludwig Prien. De Vermis Mysteriis.
Thank you. I thought you weren't about to read the
Nomine
title.
invocatoris, si non sanctificatus es, cave. De vermis mysteriis non absolvo folem legendum fatum et eum versus. Tibi magnum innominandum signa stellarum nigrarum et
Oh no. That's great! Oh, and I haven't actually made a save further down the line. But yes, obviously, classic. Read a book. Die. Oh dear. And now you can access the secret room. You find a talisman, take it. That's bound to be helpful, right? Keep on searching. Let's also make a save. Stop making the noise. Oh, maybe that's the specter out of the wailing. Very upset with me. For having acquired the talisman. Let's get rid of the key to the dance hall. I don't need it anymore. Let's dish the arrow. The pot of stew, which hilariously or horrifyingly enough, you are supposed to use on the zombies in the dining room. Yeah, you're supposed to take a pot of stew made of human flesh to feed the zombies. Take a dagger, take another dagger, and a third dagger, a parchment, parchment, book, book. Read parchment 1.
The Sacrificial Dagger, Otto Stern, Lumina Books.
The importance placed on ritual sacrifice is constant in religious cult practice. Propitiating the gods is a theme common to many religions. The Old Testament affords many examples. Primitive polytheistic belief systems integrate sacrifice in their rituals as part of the recurrent process of reaffirmation and, naturally enough, group cohesion. The members of their social and religious community come together in an act of purification and atonement. It would be erroneous to imagine the act of human sacrifice linking priest, offering, and God, cf. Manzetti, stone cults, as anything less than a vital focusing of the group's faith. The act also ensures the continuing appeasement of the god, but only if practiced by a recognized officiating priest using the appropriate instrument. Studies made concerning primitive religious groups bear witness to the central role of sacrifice in living ritual. My own work in the field of ethnopsychology brought me into contact with a sorcerer living in the region of Arkham. He introduced me to the rite of steel, linked to a ceremony known as adoring the black goat of the woods with 1,000 youngs. The god being adored is known as the vagabond.
Ah yes, the thing on the other side of this hidden passageway.
Here, the dagger's role, which allows the life breath to pass from one dimension to another, is essential. The vagabond is a frightening figure, being able to move where he wants and to kill those who have displeased the goat god, for whom he acts as a go-between. The goat is clearly a fertility god. The priest, having spoken the invocation, must choose the appropriate dagger for the sacrifice.
And which dagger would that be?
The knife with a sinusoidal blade that must be dipped 7 times, on night when the moon is full, in water that has been distilled 100 times, will be laid aside, since it would send the vagabond back into his own dimension. See illustration.
Okay.
The priest will rather choose the dagger with a curved blade. That is more appropriate for slitting of the lamb's throat. This act transfigures the sorcerer priest and plunges the assembled worshippers into a divine trance.
Okay. Very different purposes for very different knives. What about the other parchment?
The Book of Yael, Signs of Stone, Eucharistic rituals of forbidden cults. Texts collated by Monsignor Vacher, legate in the Curia of the Vatican.
Numerous devilish cults speak of monstrous creatures called the Old Ones. These supernatural beings are believed to be possessed of powers equivalent to those of the gods of antique religions. Adepts of such cults refer to forbidden literature in order to cause these frightful entities to appear before them. What serious student of folk myths has not come across the names of Cthulhu and Shub-Niggurath? It must be said that these creatures wield tremendous power and are difficult to control once they have been unleashed into the world. Those who serve He who goes in shadows protect themselves with signs of stone carved into the walls of houses or engraved on various objects. For those misguided servants of evil, the best protection appears to be that afforded by the sign of the most ancient gods, engraved in Manar stone, a heavy material said to be disagreeable to the touch. The sinful practices of those who fall into such errors can only lead to the darkest of despair, and are a mortal danger to the soul. Such monsters as those invoked by these foolhardy individuals are engendered when reason drops its guard. Man is easily tempted into perversion. It is why we must forever remain alert and renounce Satan with each breath we take. His ways are infinite in number. For those misguided...
All right. Drop this. No, leave it. Drop the sacrificial dagger notes. I am thoroughly acquainted with them. Now let's save. So regular dagger. Not a dagger. And this is the dagger we need to finally dispatch that creature. Not wielding the proper... Are you wielding the proper dagger? Doesn't seem that way. You know, as fine as this may seem, I don't want to get stuck on that creature. Alright, it has been dispatched. I think that's about it for this dagger. But let's hang on to it. For now.
Ludwig Domine invocatoris si non sanctificatus es cave. De vermis mysteriis non absolvo folem legendum fatum et eum versus. Tibi magnum innominandum signa stellarum nigrarum et.
And now that I am protected by the pentagram, reading this is absolutely fine. What about the other book?
Juan Luis Jorge, De Bibliotheca. Reflections on the power of the verb in certain texts. Archaeos Publications, 1919, Stafford.
Translation does not alter the occult power contained within such forbidden texts. The malevolent energy is in no way diminished. The spell must be cast aloud and clearly, in certain languages or little-known dialects. Maglafar Fathang.
Why does it have to be cast in certain languages or little-known dialects if it doesn't alter if translation doesn't alter the occult power?
The reader will understand that, in the light of these revelations, I would be foolhardy to continue quoting from the text I have before me. If spoken aloud in its entirety, it would surely awaken powerful and malignant forces. I will go further and say that simple reading of some of the more technical passages describing specific practices is in itself a perilous exercise. The ill-prepared reader can easily fall prey to attacks of demented hysteria, not unlike those described in cases of individuals said to be possessed by evil spirits.
Oh, goodness. This is the media effect theory.
I recommend the study made by Zempf, Urbain, Grandier, and Loudon, and the reports made by the Reverend Richard Price concerning a number of astonishing, to say the least, exorcisms carried out in a parish near Providence. Given what I have written, we must be grateful to the librarians of the British Museum, who have never allowed consultation of the work of Al-Azif's startling work, the infamous Necronomicon. Copies of that work do exist, in spite of the zeal of book-burning inquisitors. For proof, we need look no further than the British Museum, of course, and the sealed archives of the Miskatonic University in Arkham. Other examples of books whose evil can be unleashed by any thoughtless reader are von Jutz's von Unersprechlichen Kulten and the abominable De Vermis Mysteries by Ludwig Prien, whose sordid death should be a lesson to all those tempted by a study of the occult.
I've got the Prince book. Let's toss this aside. Didn't toss it particularly far, but that's okay. Anything to find here? Presumably not. Presumably there's nothing left. Maybe that just means that I've already taken everything from this place that I need. Take the lantern. Let's go. Let's leave through here. Extinguish the lantern. How much oil is there left? 77 units, whatever that means. More than 3/4 of what I had. We should be fine. So now what do? I have to find a use for this key, but... No, I presumably will not find a use for this key quite yet. I have to trigger the mechanism down there. I think I know how that needs to be done. At least in part. Although, for all I know, I may be permanently stuck. But what I believe you are supposed to do is use the saber here. But my saber has been broken. So that might not exactly work. You put the saber what? Whatever, I put the saber there. I now need the saber's blade that I have carelessly tossed aside someplace. Up next on Alone in the Dark, I'll be rifling through refuse, searching for the saber's broken blade. Will that help me uncover the set of secrets? Yes, obviously. So watch the next episode of my Alone in the Dark playthrough. Thanks for watching, and you shall see me elsewhere.